With Bitcoin taking off like it has been over the last few weeks and breaking out of this consolidation, I wanted to use the Magic Linear Regression Channel to figure out where it's going. So let's add that in. Magic Linear Regression Channel. And let's set the start time. So I want to pick the bottom of a, a pivot low. Let's pick this pivot low. This is the weekly chart. And then the most recent pivot low right there. And let's extend this into the future. Let's say 200 bars. Oh, we're on the weekly, so I can do a little bit less. Let's do 100 bars. Let's see what that does. Right, because I was on the daily before. We can make this even less. 50. There we go. All right. So you see the linear regression line through this data beginning Monday, December 10th, 2018, and ending Monday, September 2nd, 2024. We have this channel that Bitcoin just recently broke out of. But where is it going in the future? Let's figure that out. So what I'm going to do is add an outer Fibonacci band. So that's, if this is 1, this distance is 1.618, or the golden ratio. So this outer Fibonacci band suggests that Bitcoin can go up to here. And let's get a line that we can draw with. There we go. So it suggests that Bitcoin can go this high before it bounces back down, maybe to the upper band, and then continue its rally. Or it could come here, hit this upper band, and then drop back down to the baseline. I think that's probably a little less likely. So that's one way of using this, and it's actually add one other thing, and that is the inner Fibonacci band upper. And the reason I wanted to add that is because you can see where these fib numbers are actually respected, or had actually been respected at different points. So here you can see a bounce off of this fib number here, and this is 0.618 of this distance. The distance between the green solid line and the green dash line is 1. This is 0.618. So that is 1 over 5 for the math nerds out there. So it bounced off of here, came back down to the baseline, broke through, and I think it's probably going to hit this line and bounce back down. Now, it could additionally fail at some point before it hits there. And let's delete these lines, because it's still getting to this nice big fat round number of 100,000, or of 100,000. It could hit 100,000, bounce back down here, and then continue back up. So here we have 90,000. If it 90,500, about 90,500, before breaking back up through 100,000 and going to a target of, what is that? Of about 114,000, 115,000. Another nice fat round number. And if we use the Magic Linear Regression line at a different starting point, so let's say instead of here, we go to a more recent pivot low, like right there, and see what happens. Then we actually have resistance a little bit closer, in which case the second scenario looks a little bit more likely, where it'll get just above 100,000, say 102,000. It could bounce back down, hit the top part of this channel before continuing up. Or at that point, it could maybe break back down to this baseline, which would take it back to about 180. To about 80,000. So that's what I'm seeing with this fib line. In either case, once it gets to about 100, 102,000, I'm guessing it's probably going to dip back down before taking off again, but it's looking really bullish. So I would suspect that it's probably going to head up after breaking 100,000, retracing, and then coming back up, either here, or let's change this fib or this magic linear regression back to this low, or it could come here. Let's see, was that what we had before? I think we had it maybe even a little bit further back. Yeah, there we go. Up to 115,000. So anywhere in that range, 100, we can see a bounce, and then before it takes off. But that's not saying that it'll stop there. It could bounce back down, and who knows what will happen. But that's what I'm thinking. Break through 100,000, bounce back down soon after, and then take off again with the potential of going all the way up to 115,000 in the near future. And maybe even, let's see, and that would take us through February of next year. Or with Bitcoin, you never know. It could happen faster, and it could be before the end of the year. That's it. If you have any comments, please add them in there. And again, this is Magic Linear Regression Channel, MW, and you can find that on the scripts page for user @MWriteInc.